Your current contract at WestJet has been terminated. What do you, how do you, how did I get fired from a virtual job? So we are unemployed again. Yeah, as you can see, it says it right there, right in our face. Blue Griffin is unemployed. So we're basically starting all over, but thankfully we're not starting at 0 hours. We have 19 flights under our belt, 48 flight hours, which is still fairly new to the industry. And we only have $800 in our bank account. We can't do anything with that. We can't buy any more licenses with that. We can't really do anything with that within the economy. So as you can see here on the map, we've done most of our flying over in UK. This is all of our flying when we were flying for Ryanair UK. So we've only kind of been around the Europe area. So we're gonna have to go find us a new job. Yeah. Our resume doesn't look great. Our track record doesn't look great now. You know, now we've been fired and whatnot. Our rating is fairly low at 87.6. So it's gonna be really, I'm gonna be pressuring myself to really raise that. Now, kind of like my ultimate goal is to get with a major 4 or 5-star airline based out of the United States and be able to fly maybe even out of my hometown here in Houston, so I can have a nice short commute, right? Let's go over to the job market now. Let's see. So this is the airline list. These are all of the airlines that are hiring here, and literally every airline is in here, including cargo airlines. So if you're someone who's interested in this type of career mode or pilot progression, it's pretty cool. You can actually start off with, you know, a 1-star airline and work your way up to a 5-star. And that's exactly what we're doing. We started off with Ryanair, which was a 1-star airline, and we're gonna try to go up to a 5-star. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and apply for Gol Airlines, which is over again in Brazil. I think that'd be a really cool airline to fly for. I think that'd be some great, beautiful scenic flying out in South America. And I'm also going to actually reapply for WestJet, because the reason why I like them to begin with is because, I mean, yeah, they only have 737s, but they also have some 787 routes. But there are also some fairly long flights as well, so we'll see. All right, let's try switching to the 4-star airlines and try our luck at applying for one of these. So I am going to try my luck at Aero Mexico. Let's see if they'll give us a try. All right, so 4 applications sent out, but sadly, we're not gonna get a response until possibly tomorrow. So we'll have to just kind of sleep on it, and hopefully we get some good responses. All right, here we go. As you probably can see, I look a little sleepy just because I just woke up. It's the next day. Let's go ahead and check on our profile and see if we gotten any responses from our job applications. So we'll go for our unread messages first. It looks like we got 2 applications that have been accepted. Let's see who's accepted us. Gol Linus, which is Gol Airlines, has accepted your job application. Please review it on the job market page and sign the contract if you decide to do so. Sweet. So we got an application accepted by Gol. So that's actually a really good option. I was really liking the idea of flying in South America. Let's see another one. We have Aero Mexico. No way. Aero Mexico has accepted your job application. Please review it. Oh man, that's a big freaking deal. All right, this is pretty darn cool. So I mean, it's an obvious decision. $51 is our salary. I'm definitely gonna accept that contract. I think that's a great job. I still want to work for some other airlines, but I think Aero Mexico is gonna be a great step up. And it's actually I believe Aero Mexico is a 4-star airline, which is really surprising. That was a Hail Mary. All right, so. And look at this, you even actually get a contract of employment. Like, this thing is crazy. Like, okay, so we have our first schedule with Aero Mexico. We'll be starting off in the hub of Mexico City and heading out to Monterrey. But as you can see down on this list, we also have destinations like Orlando, Bogota, which sounds really exciting. That's a bit of a longer flight, maybe 5 hours, I think. And then mostly in and out of Mexico City, again, because that is the hub. So a couple interesting destinations between Bogota and Orlando, and then mixed with some other places around the country.
Vamos a consultar el instructivo de seguridad frente a tu asiento.
Welcome aboard this Aeromexico 737 aircraft. Let's go over our in-flight safety procedure. Please review the safety card located in the seat back pocket in front of you.
All right, firing up engine number 1, and there we go. Let's go introduce fuel. All right, she's lighting up. All right, looks like we have a good engine start on both engine 1 and engine 2. They're both now stabilized. Let's go ahead and go up to the top, and we'll get that Gen 1 and Gen 2 on. All right, pushback is complete. We're here in the alley. Let's do a quick flight control check. Full forward, full back, left, and right. Rotors are working as well. We are free and correct. Let's call for taxi here in Mexico. Mexico City Airport, Aeromexico 116. We are pushback and ready for taxi.
Aeromexico 116, runway 05 right, QNH 3026, taxi via Lima, Bravo 3, Alpha 1, also runway 05 right.
Alright, over to 05 right via Lima, Bravo 3, Alpha 1, and we got the new QNH 3026, and we're Mexico 116. Alright, brakes released. Let's go. Get our runway turnoffs on. We're flying in real time or real weather all the way to Monterey. Weather is beautiful here. I'll stop right here. Beautiful here in Mexico City, but not so great in Monterey. All right, let's go ahead and call it for takeoff. Mexico City, Aeromexico 116, holding short, 05 right, ready to go.
Aeromexico 116, runway 05 right, winds 160 degrees, 8 knots, clear for takeoff, monitoring command 122.8 when around our flight.
Copy, clear for takeoff, 05 right, and then we'll contact departure on 22.8, thank you, Aeromexico 116. All right, that is beautiful, good, we got all set, transponder is set to, yep, Charlie, we're cleared to go, let's go. Bit of power. While we're lining up on the runway, as far as my flight controls today, I'm pretty much using all Thrustmaster setup today. We got the Thrustmaster TCA Boeing yoke. It's actually a replica of the 787. And then we have the Boeing throttle as well, except I have a modification made by Sierra Delta, which makes the throttles much, much bigger. You can see they're as big as my hands. It feels a lot better. A hard right turn here. And then I have the TPR pedals, which is always my go-to. All right, we're lined up. Let's do it. 30%, 40%. Holding brakes. Come on, roll up. There she is. And of course, I do have a toggle switch here on my throttle. And toggle, let's see if it holds it. All aboard! All right, N1 boxed in. We're rolling. Airspeed's alive. Oh, and the butt kicker's kicking in as well.
80 knots.
80 knots. Throttle hold. Don't forget, we're really high elevation today. Might be a bit longer takeoff roll. Here comes V1.
V1.
Rotate. Come on, baby. Bring her up. Ooh. There it is. Gear up. got a good, nice 15-degree climb here, passing 8,500. Mexico City elevation is around 7,000. Let's hop on that trim. Still flying it by hand. Beautiful, clear VFR day, so no reason not to do some flying from my own. Might not be that way when we get to Monterey. Here comes 9,000 already. Let's see if we can kick in LNAV now. LNAV, VNAV armed. I still have controls, but the autopilot will help guide me now with the flight director. And of course, we forgot the chrono. There it is. All right, bring the nose down just a little bit as we come up to 9,000 feet. Here comes 10,000. Now remember, guys, we're flying our pilot career. Everything actually matters. How smooth we fly, how many G's we pull, when we hit our landing lights. So we're passing 10,000 feet. So I'm gonna hit the landing lights now to turn them off. I think our seatbelt signs were off. No, they were on. Perfect. Yeah, you'll get reprimanded, I guess you could say, if you leave your lights on or seatbelts off during flight. That's good. 11,000 feet. I think that's enough. Let's go ahead and autopilot on. Give our passenger the smoothest ride as possible. Brakes, auto brake is set to off, and our gear is now set to off. We are cruising now. We're not cruising, but we're still climbing out, passing 11,000, 11,000. And man, I love flying in and out of Mexico City.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We're leveled off at 30,000 feet. We're only going to be in the air cruising for about 20 minutes before we go back down into Monterey. Hopefully you're enjoying the ride so far. It might be a little bit bumpy, so I'm going to leave the seatbelt signs on for the time being. But you are free to move about the cabin as you please. But I just want to say thank you guys and welcome you personally on board. Bienvenidos and gracias.
Okay, we just passed 18,000 feet, making our way into the beautiful city of Monterey, the third largest Mexican city. And we can open up our charts here and do our descent briefing. Let's start with the arrivals. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit this button here. If you guys don't know where Monterey, Mexico is, Mexico City is down here. And then Monterey is just over here, just south of Texas, basically. Not too far from where I am. Anyway, so into Monterey, we'll actually go right into the chart. We are coming in from the south over Ritos at a rebel of 18,000. We've already passed that. We're actually currently flying towards Mebita, whatever, 11,500 feet. And then we'll continue straight to Acato. We are expecting the ILS 29er today because the weather is showing as calm, but visibility is only 4 miles. It's overcast at 1,000 feet. Temperature is 15, dew point is 15, altimeter is 2964. So it's very hazy, very foggy this morning in Mexico. So ILS 29er, we got the ILS localizer 111.1. I got that dialed in. We got a course set to 2906. Our decision height is around 1484. That is an MSL. Airport elevation, don't forget this is 1,276 feet. And as you can see, this is our approach here. It's basically going to be straight in. But if we have to go missed, we'll continue runway heading. We'll climb, obviously, make a right turn once we pass Mike Yankee 405 over to the Monterey 406 and then 407 and then back to Clover VOR to re-attempt for the runway again. It's mandatory that we're at 3,000 feet though before we attempt to meet the localizer glide slope, so we're going to do our best to meet that. But it should be pretty straightforward. It'll be a little hard to see, but as long as we follow our instruments, trust our instruments, we should be just fine. So on runway 29er, once we get slowed down enough, hopefully we have a good enough butter landing that we can make it off on Delta. If not, we can probably take full length and then just take Alpha. Plenty of runway, 9,800 feet of runway, nothing to be stressed about. We'll continue over to the terminal and we'll just find an open spot over here for Aero Mexico. But that's pretty much it. Pretty straightforward descent. The weather, I don't think it's gonna be too bumpy. It's not really storming or raining, but when it comes to low visibility, you know it can be a bit tricky. So hopefully everything goes well. And it's very important that we have the softest landing possible for my reputation in the airline if I want to continue to work for Aero Mexico or find a new airline to work for. You can already see out the window now, as look at that, right off in the distance, we're starting to lose some visibility, some fogginess right over here, and that's exactly where we are going. All right, I got a good look at the runway now. We'll go ahead and turn the autopilot off. Auto throttle disconnects. My controls. Let's shut that up.
500.
Thank you. All right, here we go. Here we come.
400.
Like the scenery is loading in as we get here. Really weird.
300. 200.
A little high.
100.
The glide slope is actually underground, so we're gonna ignore that.
50. 30. 20. 10.
Hold it. And we're down. But it didn't look too bad. Reverse is green. And we should have no problem making Delta. 90. 80 knots. Manual braking. There we go. Yep, this should be Delta right here. Sweet. Guys, welcome to Monterrey, Mexico. This really feels like the first day on the job. I'm out here at the new airport. I've never been to Monterrey before, and I don't know where to park. I believe we're looking for spot 254 Alpha. I'm not sure where that is. The chart says it's supposed to be over here, either on the left or the right, so we're looking out for a marshaller, and hope they'll help us out today. You can see a couple Aero Mexico aircraft sitting over here. Got an Embraer and a 737 MAX, it looks like. So is this it here? I do see a little, oh yep, there it is, the marshaller standing right there. There's our spot. See, this is why it's very helpful for the ground crew to be on time. Alright, we'll turn in and we'll park right here. Alright, while the passengers are deboarding and we're getting the aircraft ready for my next flight, let's take a look at our flight report to see just how we did. I thought I did pretty darn good. General, 35 out of 35. Taxi out, 10 out of 10. Takeoff, 4 out of 5. For whatever reason, it says our strobe lights weren't on. I think that might be a bug. I feel like that's been an issue. We'll check on that. Climb out, it says flaps up, 0 out of 4. We definitely went flaps up, so I'm not sure what's up with that. Continue to down, taxi in. Once again, it says our taxi lights are off. They were definitely on. So the things that are saying that I failed, I know for a fact that I did. So I don't know why it's giving me a fail for those certain things. But I guess overall, it was a pretty good flight. We got a 94 score and we got 75 XP. And of course, we'll get paid for this at the end of the week, depending on how many flights we did. Our landing rate was 268, so not the greatest, but hey, I think it was a nice, solid, typical firm landing. And our block time was 1:16. Hey, that makes sense. Well, I gotta get ready for my next flight heading back to Mexico City, but I'll catch you guys in the next one as we fly from Mexico City to Orlando. Thanks for riding along, and hopefully you will join me in the next one. Until next time, remember you have 3 choices: give up, give in, and give it all. You got peace, love, and God bless you. I'll see you guys next time, next video.